Okay, so I just recorded this whole video without using my microphone, so let's give this another try. Okay, so Pokemon Go on the iPhone 15, is it any good? Should you upgrade from your previous iPhone to the iPhone 15? I've used this phone for just over a month now, so I think I can gauge a good answer. Here's what I think about the phone. So I upgraded from an iPhone 10 to an iPhone 15. Obvious performance increases, battery increases, they were super noticeable right off the bat. But is it really worth that price tag? In New Zealand, I paid 1,600 local New Zealand dollars for this phone. You can see my little Trico right there. And that's a lot of money compared to whatever the iPhone 10 fetches, about 5 times less than what the iPhone 15 fetches. Is it worth the money? Is it 5 times better as an experience? I've got a few answers. So if we want to be straight to the point, the battery is legitimately 5 times better. This phone, I would get less than an hour. I'd get about 45, 50 minutes if I was lucky, if the phone didn't start to overheat. iPhone 15, I fetch 4 hours and 10 minutes with continuous use in the city. Well, it's constantly loading in new information, all this stuff. I went out in the weekend for Shadow Lugia. Shout out to Lugia right there. And it lasted me a lot longer than I expected. I did have to stop into a store and say, hey, can you please charge my phone? I left my battery pack at home. Stupid noob mistake. But in 20 minutes, it was already at 45% again, and I could just continue. As for gameplay for the two phones, if they're both on charge and they're in front of me, it's very, very similar. Frame rate's the same. So going off experience, playing Pokemon Go on this phone for about 7 months, and then playing on this one for a month, gameplay is actually honestly similar, other than the obvious consistent performance of this and the battery. They both run at 60 FPS. This one, not so much. It can run at 60 FPS, but it likes to choose not to because of how old it is. It overheats and drops down to about 20, 30 frames a lot. But if they're both freshly turned on and on the charger, if I'm catching a Pokemon in front of me, these two are going to run the same. This one's going to run the same the whole time, whereas this one's going to eventually drop off after about 5 minutes of use. So I'm actually going to slide over this way so you guys can see the gameplay of how it's running. I'm just going to be playing a few shorts that I've uploaded to my channel so you can see the performance, the frame rate, the smoothness of the iPhone 15. It runs how you would expect a brand new 2023 phone to run. It's quick. The battery lasts a lot longer than I honestly expected. Like I said, at just over 4 hours. So honestly, the battery lasts a lot longer than I thought it would. At only 3,300 milliamp hours, it's lasting longer than some phones with 4,000 milliamp hours. The one thing I will say about the iPhone 15 is I wish that I bought the Plus model because you get an extra 1,000 milliamp hours, and that is huge when playing a game like Pokemon Go. Is it worth the upgrade? 60 hertz, 60 hertz, brand new out the box, only 600 milliamp hours extra than this 2700. If these two phones, if you can get a refurbished one that's borderline brand new and this one, I would still pick this phone here. It's so much nicer to use, it's smoother, everything just works better because the technology's so much nicer and just quicker. I would say though, and honestly, if you are going to go with the iPhone 15, it is a great option, but just be wary that you will need a battery pack because most of these events you will need 5 or 6 hours if you want to play hardcore, and this phone isn't going to quite get you over the line. So a 10,000 milliamp hour battery power bank will definitely suffice. That will charge this phone 2 times, 3 times over, and this phone charges damn quick. So that's my quick little review on the iPhone 15 experience playing Pokemon Go for about 40 days. It's been really good. I haven't run into any issues. The phone only gets slightly hot when I'm in direct sunlight for about 30 minutes, which is expected. It's metal, metal heats up. Depending on where you live in the world and depending on your financial situation, you definitely don't need to go for the brand new iPhone 15, but it is a solid option. Like I said, if you are tossing up between the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15, I would definitely recommend the iPhone 15 for the bigger battery, bigger screen, and better experience overall. Thank you for watching.